Why does deviance occur in social groups? Imagine a group of friends at a party. Everyone follows certain unspoken rules about how to behave, but suddenly someone does something unexpected. Why does that happen? Well, in any social group, there are norms. These are the shared expectations about how people should act. When someone breaks these rules, they are seen as deviant. Deviance happens because individuals or subgroups sometimes act in ways that go against what the group considers acceptable. These norms can be written down as laws or just in written social rules. Deviance is also relative. What one group sees as unacceptable might be normal in another. For example, in some cultures, certain dress styles or behaviors are perfectly fine, but in others, they might be considered deviant. Over time, what is seen as deviant can change too, reflecting shifts in social attitudes and values. One reason for deviance is the difference between what a society or group values and the means available to achieve those values. Think about someone who wants to be wealthy but cannot access legitimate ways to do so. They might turn to illegal activities like theft or fraud to reach their goals. This idea comes from what sociologists call strain theory. When people feel strained because they cannot reach cultural goals through accepted methods, they might choose deviant ways instead. Social inequality also plays a role. When some groups have less access to resources or opportunities, they might develop their own norms that conflict with mainstream society. These groups might see certain behaviors as acceptable because they are trying to survive or find a sense of belonging. For instance, marginalized communities might develop subcultures with their own rules that differ from the larger society. Peer influence and group dynamics are powerful. When people want to fit in, they often follow the behaviors of their friends or peers, even if those behaviors are considered deviant elsewhere. Youth gangs or subcultures often promote actions that challenge societal norms, like vandalism or rule breaking. Society's reaction also matters. When someone is labeled as deviant, it can influence how they see themselves. This is called labeling theory. If society stigmatizes a person, they might accept that label and continue acting in ways that fit it. This cycle can reinforce deviant behavior and lead to social exclusion. Deviance also has a function in society. It helps clarify what is acceptable by showing what is not. It can bring people together against a common problem and even push society to change outdated norms. For example, acts of protest or civil disobedience often challenge the status quo and lead to social progress. Finally, what counts as deviant varies across different cultures and times. What is seen as unacceptable in one place might be normal or even admired in another. This shows that deviance is shaped by social context, culture, and interaction patterns within groups. Understanding why deviance occurs helps us see how social groups maintain order and how they adapt to change. It also helps in creating ways to address problematic behaviors, whether through social programs, laws, or community efforts. Recognizing the social conditions and group influences behind deviance makes it easier to find fair and effective solutions.